Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's definitely been a while, but I wanted to come on here today and do a little bit of a different style of video. Lately, it's just been very hard to sit down and have like a quiet house, be able to talk in a video and not have any distractions. So I thought that this style of video would be perfect for today's topic, today's conversation. Obviously, if I'm able to get a vlog in, I will try to do that. This won't be the only style of video, but I've been watching a couple channels lately that have basically just been showing their everyday life, some tasks you can't put on hold and sit down to film a video. So I'm just going to be doing things around the house today. You guys will be following along, and I will be sharing my modesty journey, the way I grew up, viewing it, how it's transformed in my life, and the way that I view it now. So let's get started from the very beginning. I would say that I was raised in a pretty conservative and strict household when it came to modesty, but the only version of modesty I got was about clothes. So, we all grow up thinking that modesty mostly is about clothes if you grew up in a Christian household. So I would just put a lot of my mindset, the way that I would think about it is just if you have a nice long skirt, if you're not showing off your body, then you're being modest. And obviously when you're a kid and you're told to wear that kind of stuff and you see the people around you, the people at school, everyone else is wearing things differently, you get pretty embarrassed. Like, why am I the only one wearing skirts? Why am I the only one that is supposed to dress like this? I literally look like a grandma. So I think the main reason we were taught that way is because my parents were raised that way, and they grew up pretty conservative as well, and they are from Ukraine. That's kind of how everyone dresses there, super long skirts, and people that are from the church. So they obviously taught us what they knew, and like I said, as a kid, you feel a little embarrassed around other people, and I would sometimes be embarrassed the way that my mom would dress. I'm like, everyone else's mom is wearing pants, my mom's wearing skirts, which now I honor her for that she was able to not be like everyone else. She was able to stand out and be different. But at the time, I obviously didn't understand, and so I just had this really bad mindset towards it. And, when you're forced to do something or told to wear certain things or to do or not do certain things, you kind of start resenting it and you want to do the opposite. You want to be rebellious. And I remember like my middle school years is when I would see girls wearing booty shorts and mini skirts, and I'm like, oh, I want to be like that. And obviously, like, my mom wouldn't let me go to the extent of just being super provocative, but you have your little rebellious stage as a teen, and you're like, Mom, I want this, and I just remember putting a lot of my identity into the clothes I would wear, into the different kinds of makeup that I would get, like who knows where, from friends. I remember not being able to leave the house without a put together outfit, without my face caked on, and without my hair being done. Every single day, I think from 7th to 8th grade, maybe even 6th grade is when it started, because middle school, you obviously want to look cute for everyone. I let that take so much power in my life. I truly was wearing the clothes that I was wearing mostly for guys to notice me, for the clothes to make my body stand out. And that's because I didn't know where my identity was, and I was only able to express it through my clothes. And if I was getting attention from boys, then I guess I'll keep wearing those kind of clothes. Modesty does not have to be ugly. You don't have to wear 3 times your size just to look beautiful and modest. you can make it work with any clothing item, but I didn't know that at the time, and that's why I started desiring booty shorts and tighter clothing and shorter dresses, because that's what made my body look beautiful, and that's where my identity lied in the way that I looked. And then the big shifting point in my life was when we moved to Alaska. We used to live in Virginia whenever I was younger. When I was about 14, we moved to Alaska. It was just like a random move, but we have a lot of family there, and we're like, hey, let's go try it out. And I think that was almost a turning point into the right direction, but I still, it didn't get me where I needed to be. So one good thing that happened from Alaska was that I was able to enter a new school that I didn't know anyone. So forget trying for people, forget waking up at 7 a.m. to do my hair and make my face all caked up with makeup and all this stuff that I did while living in Virginia, because I knew the people there. I knew all the popular girls. I wanted to fit in. But in Alaska, who am I there to try for? It was obviously freezing there. You wanted to layer up. And the church there was also very conservative as well. I became a rule follower of, the church's rules, and I would wear skirts because that's what they would require there. Even outside of church, they would like you to wear a skirt. And it was obviously cold, so you can't just wear a skirt. So I'd wear leggings or sometimes pants and then a skirt on top, because that was just, everyone kind of wore that there, and you start fitting in with everyone else. And that's, I think, where I started losing my style, because that wasn't me. Jeans with a skirt on top, that wasn't me. I started feeling so ugly. I started doubting my identity. Why do I feel so not beautiful? And it's because I wasn't doing it the right way, and I was just doing what I was told, but not willingly, and not because I was personally convicted to dress that way. When it doesn't reach the heart, or when it doesn't start from the heart, it can only go so far of you being modest on the outward. And it's so interesting because I could be wearing a modest outfit and I was doing all the right things in people's eyes, but inside my heart, I was the ultimate creator of drama. I loved to gossip. I loved to just always have some kind of drama in my life. And, I feel like I was that toxic friend. I would be so jealous of other friends when they would do things without me. I was such a not modest person on the inside, which is what God started teaching me. It all starts in the heart. And it makes you think, what does modesty have to do anything with gossiping and being drama and being toxic? Well, modesty all starts inside the heart. So if your heart posture is all about, the fruits of the flesh, and you're constantly slandering, you're constantly stirring things up, it all goes hand in hand, because how you present yourself will be the outward expression of what is inside your heart. So how many times can people play the part but not have the heart? And that's exactly what I was doing. I was playing the part. I was doing what the church told me to do, what my parents told me to do, but I never had that renewed heart posture behind it. So after Alaska, we stayed there for about 2 years, and we decided it wasn't for us. It was too cold. So we decided to move to Tennessee. It was just a random point on the map. My sister and I even were like, okay, we're starting fresh. We're moving to another state. Let's try to be better here. Let's try to not be as toxic like we were. We tried, but when you don't have that renewed mindset, it still follows you. If you're going to be a gossiper, if you're going to be that bad friend, you can't change that until the Lord changes your heart. Shortly after, about 2 years, I got married at 18. And I think after marriage is when a lot of things started shifting, and the Lord just started revealing so many things to me. When you start in a new family, when you just get married, I think you realize that you've been living a lot under your parents' faith and the church and what they taught you. And then when you create a family, it's like, okay, where does my faith actually stand? Who is God to me? What is my relationship with him? The way that he started revealing my heart posture behind everything, whether it's wearing clothes, whether it's doing good things, whether it's singing at church, he's always constantly reminding me, like, what is your heart posture behind this? Is this for my glory, or is this for your glory? Is this so that I could be magnified, or so that people can see that you're a holy, good person because you dress a certain way or because you do certain things for me at church? Modesty is not about skirts or pants or clothing items. Modesty starts from within. The only way you will be able to tell if a person is truly modest is by their fruits, is by talking to them and actually seeing how they live their life, not just the clothes that they wear. Because I also let judgment get to me sometimes, and my legalistic mindset can get in the way. I see someone with, either wearing provocative clothes or like fully tatted up, and I'm like, such a sinner, I look so much better because I'm wearing this and this. And then I'm like, no, wait, what? I don't even know that person. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what journey they're on. I don't know if the Lord has been revealing himself to them or the Lord is working in their hearts. I'm literally the sinner here because I'm sitting here thinking I'm holier than thou because of the clothes that I'm wearing. It reminds me of the story in the Bible of the tax collector and the sinner when they went into the temple to pray, and the tax collector was like, Lord, forgive me, I'm such a sinner, and bowed his head down, while the Pharisee was standing there and he's like, Lord, thank you that I'm at least not like him. Have you ever found yourself in the position of the Pharisee where you look down upon people that don't look the same as you, don't dress the same as you, don't have the same background or upbringing as you, and it almost makes you feel like this sense of pride, like you're better than them? That is not what God intended for us to misuse the word modest for, to look at it as if someone wearing something, that's their identity, and that is what makes them a Christian or not. You must look at their fruits. You must look beyond the clothes, because God, he sees the heart. Humans, we only judge by appearance, and we judge by what we can see with the human eyes. The Lord sees deeper than that, and I believe that he wants us to ask him for him to give us his eyes so that we can see and view things the way that he sees it, so that we can have that compassion that he had for other people. How come it seems like he was always rebuking the Pharisees, even though on the outward they looked great, they looked Christian, they looked holy, but he was constantly rebuking them? And then to the people that we view as sinners, the adulteress, he would come up to those people and he would actually have a conversation with them. He would say, go and sin no more to that adulteress, because he saw the heart. He saw the repentant, the humble heart, that she was truly broken and she wanted to change. But the ones that are so set in their mindset of being prideful because of how they act and what they do and what they wear, God is like, no, that it was not ever my intention for you to walk around holier than thou because of the way that you look. So I truly pray that modesty is able to be a inward heart posture and not this thing that we throw around that only has to do with clothes, and that the Lord will reveal to you the deep rooted meaning for your life. And I'm still working on my modesty journey. I still have things that sometimes I put on and I don't feel comfortable wearing, or I think maybe I should cover my butt with this outfit, maybe this is too tight, maybe I should wear something else with this dress, like a shirt underneath. So that's why it's called a journey, because we're never going to be done. The Lord is constantly, or at least should be, you will never reach a point where you will be fully holy, fully satisfied. I think there's a constant process of sanctification and revelation and the things that the Lord does in our life, and there's no place of arriving until we get to heaven. And so I pray that this video may bless you, may encourage you, may convict you, not condemn you, not shame you, whether you're coming from a very conservative, strict background, or this is the first time ever hearing about modesty. I pray that this will pierce your heart, this conversation, this will start a seed, and the Lord may use this for his glory. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.